Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Headshot 720 here from 50 Fathom Studios on YouTube, and today we are going to be doing a little bit different. I'm doing an opinion video. I got a private message from somebody, and they wanted me to do like an analysis on next-gen consoles. So I was like, okay, I guess some people want to hear my opinion on it. So you guys, if you don't like my opinion, don't just start getting angry. It's just my opinion. Don't take it personally. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. I mean, it's just my opinion. So don't blow a fuse if I'm gonna make you angry or something. Or you can just say in the comment section that wrong or right. Yeah, that's kind of stupid. They're doing that. So it's your choice. So I guess we can get started. So I guess I'm gonna start off with Xbox One. Okay, so I kind of lean toward PlayStation, but you know, I can watch them if I wanted to. But for some reason, I watched the Xbox One conference, and they put on like the plastic smile, and they didn't really have any enthusiasm in their console. They just kept plowing along, which is alright. I mean, that's okay. And when they started to get in depth with their console, and they started talking about all this DRM and all of this sports games, television, Windows 8. I just want to get clear that Windows 8, most people do not like Windows 8. They like Windows 7 Pro or whatever it is. They like Windows 7. They don't like Windows 8. And for some reason, Microsoft is going to still think that people like Windows 8. And that's wrong. Not very many people like Windows 8. So, and another thing is, people do not really want to have television on their consoles. No one cares. Really, not very many people care. And if you want to have it, they lied to us and said it comes on the console, but they didn't tell us until we asked them the question that you have to go out there, buy a cable box, then connect it to your Xbox, then you can watch TV, which is silly. I don't know why they'd even do that. It makes no sense to me. So having a television on a console that you have to go out and buy the cable box still makes no sense. They should have stuck with what they said and have the television integrated into the console. Another thing that doesn't really make sense to me is Microsoft, for some reason, almost all the games in their press conference were multi-platform, and they just kept bringing up these. I think they showed for the first conference, they showed a couple exclusive, just a couple, and they didn't. The rest of it was just multi-platform, and they kept bragging about this stuff, and I'm not sure why. Because PlayStation, they had all these exclusive titles, and it really looked cool. And some of you might say, oh, Xbox took away the DRM, and they took out all the crap that came with it. Well, in my opinion, a company that cannot decide if they're going to put DRM, if they're going to put region lock on their console, if you're going to be online 24/7, and then they keep flip-flopping, flip-flop, do this, do that. I don't trust them with my money, because what if you buy this Xbox One, and then they change DRM back on? You know what's going to happen? A lot of people are going to be really angry if they change something on this console, and I'm afraid they're going to do it, because Microsoft does not care. They just keep Don Matrick, before he quit, things for Microsoft were not looking great, and I'm not sure who the CEO is going to be for Xbox, but I don't know. I hope he doesn't do what Don Matrick did, because it's going to sink Xbox. Because if they keep doing this crap to people, no one's going to want to have them. I mean, PlayStation is so far is doing pretty well for its pre-orders. A lot of people are pre-ordering it. It's kind of good. And most of these Xbox Ones, they're putting a limit on their pre-orders. I mean, I can see that just in case if something's broken on the console. But I just don't really know. I mean, I think it's a smart move by Microsoft doing that there too, and I kind of agree with PlayStation having unlimited. I guess they're pretty confident with their console. I mean, that doesn't really affect me. But another thing I was really angry about, not with the Xbox, I'm pretty happy about the Xbox thing. You can actually do external recording with it, which is great. That's perfect. But the HD PVR, or whatever is in it, inside both consoles suck. You can only record, I think it's like 10 to 20 minutes of gameplay before it just keeps deleting the previous. So that's not even one Battlefield game. That's like a quarter of it. by the time you're done, it's gonna be like half the gameplay is gone, and you're gonna be like, where to go? So with the PlayStation 4, you can't even record anything on it, and I'm like, wow, really? That is the dumbest thing ever. I can't believe that some company would do that. That makes me pretty irritated there. But they don't listen. So I guess we can move on to controllers. The Xbox controller looks pretty sweet. They kind of copied PlayStation a little bit with the rumbling patterns in their controller, but it's alright. PlayStation copied Microsoft with the headset jack and the controller, so whatever, copy. And I was watching this video like yesterday night, and this guy said that Blu-ray drives get destroyed when you put DVDs in them. Though, and this is an Xbox fanboy, so let's just get this straight here. I have a PlayStation right here, and I put regular DVDs in it all the time. Mine's been alive for almost 3 years, and you're gonna tell me it's broken when you put one DVD in it? I want to do a little more studying, buddy. But anyway, the Xbox One controller is, I've never felt it, but it looks kind of big. So if you have small hands and you put this controller in your hand, it's gonna be like a boomerang. It's gonna be very big. But the controller layout it's alright. I mean, that's just preference. I'm not gonna hate on where the analog sticks are. But it's a pretty good controller for the most part. And it's kind of dumb you have a choice of wired or wireless. They should just do one. Doesn't really make sense. But it's alright. It's a good thing that Microsoft is putting headsets in their pre-orders and a controller. That's obviously, you can't play it. With PlayStation, their controller, it looks pretty good as well. It looks pretty well. The only thing that on it that I'm kind of concerned about is the light bar. When you're playing at night and your TV is right in front of you, like, I don't know, a foot or so, maybe bigger, I don't know, 2 feet away from your television, and you point your light bar up toward the television, all you're gonna see is a glare, and that doesn't really make sense. I hope you can adjust the brightness on it, like on the light bar or something, because that's unbelievable. I don't know how you could do that. Have a really bright light bar right in front of your face. My eyes. That would be good. And also this kid, he was bragging about the Xbox One specs, and for some reason, I try to get this across to people. The consoles are almost exactly the same for the specs. There's nothing different really. I mean, they both got 8 gigs of RAM or maybe 16, I can't remember, but it's close around there. And people are bragging, oh, Xbox One's got so much more specs than PlayStation 4. PlayStation 4's got so much more specs. It's the same exact thing practically. Now the PS3 and the Xbox One, they're totally different. The PS3 has I think it's one cell or whatever, something that's really hard to develop on. So it's different, definitely. I don't know for the better, it's probably for the worse. For PlayStation, I don't know why they put a single cell processor in it. But it's alright. Now both companies have moved to paying for online. That's alright, I'm not gonna get angry. I kind of think that PlayStation gives you more opportunities with you paying for online. They give you a lot more things for it. Unlike Microsoft, they don't really give you much. All they give you is advertisements for Cheetos and Mountain Dew. And I don't really want to go on my dashboard or the PlayStation dynamic menu and all of a sudden see a Cheeto advertisement or Mountain Dew advertisement or Dorito advertisement. I don't want to see advertisements. I mean, that's for YouTube. I don't want to see advertisements on my console. And Microsoft, they're just want more money and more money and more money and more money and more money. These advertisements are just giving them money. It's kind of like Angry Birds. And their online things that they give you, it's not as good as PlayStation. They give you free games on PlayStation. I haven't seen a free game on Microsoft side unless it's EA giving out the game. I don't think Microsoft could afford it. But I guess whatever. And I also seen their commercial yesterday night, and it said cloud powered. But for some reason, I don't know why they put this on their commercial to lie to people. It's not considered lying, but PlayStation does the same exact thing. It has Gaikai technology, and then they're gonna come out there and say PlayStation does not have this cloud powered for some reason. I don't know why, but I think PlayStation's coming out in 2014 for their Gaikai technology, but it's still coming out, so you can't deny it's not going to come out. So Microsoft needs to quit that. That's not cool. We shouldn't be doing that, especially because you're lying to people just so you can get more money. That's a little over the edge, personally, I think. So I guess we can move on to PlayStation Move and Kinect 2.0. Maybe we can start with PlayStation this time. I don't personally like PlayStation Move. It doesn't really work that well with the PlayStation Eye. The PlayStation Eye right now is terrible. I'm not sure about the PS4 camera, but I just don't like Move. Most gamers just want to sit down and play a game. They don't want to get up and start moving around back and forth. Let's do this. Trust me, those commercials are so misleading for both. I don't even know why they put all this stuff. No, I don't see very many women playing these dumb games. PlayStation Move and Kinect 2.0. Now let's go to Kinect. Having Microsoft saying that you always have to have your Kinect plugged in, and the camera always on, kind of makes some people like, why do you need that? And they just won't tell us. They're just like, they just say silent. They just put their hands down and just let you figure it out yourself. They don't really care. They're just like, oh, we can't really tell you. I don't really know why they need your camera on 24/7. Does it make sense at all? Whatever. I mean, what are you gonna do? I guess I don't even know how you're gonna be able to get past that. That's unbelievable that they do that. I mean, I don't even like this Move technology and things for both consoles. I think it's kind of a waste. Don't really need it. And I heard a thing that the games are gonna cost $80 for EA. Now EA, this is kind of off topic. EA, some of their games, I wouldn't pay 80. I wouldn't pay 20. I'd probably pay about 15, $10 for a game. Because some of their games are just terrible. I just wouldn't play them. Like SimCity, I'd probably pay $10 for it. Nope, you gotta pay $80. I just don't. I can't believe it. So I guess we can move back to the console real quick. I'm gonna talk about indie games, not Minecraft. That's not what I'm talking about. I mean like real indie games that people have made in their garage, and they haven't been bought out by any companies. With PlayStation, you can just upload it right to the thing, right into the games. I'm not sure how it would work, but you can do indie uploading. With Microsoft, you can't do that. So there's no way of you trying to like get started into the industry. So it's kind of nice to be able to have a direct upload for indie platforms, so you can just indie games right up. I'm not sure how that'll work, but it's still great that they're actually giving indie developers a chance in the video game industry, because without that, how are they going to get anywhere? It's almost impossible to get your game out there, especially how Microsoft doesn't let that even happen. You can't develop any indie games and have it on there unless you have a publisher like EA. I'm not sure if it's Activision or Treyarch. I'm not sure who's the publisher there, because I don't play too much Call of Duty. I mean, it's asinine that they do that, but whatever. It's alright. Now, moving on to PlayStation, their new dynamic menu. I think it's kind of a copycat of Xbox. They already have a dashboard, but now it's a dynamic menu, and I personally think it's dumb. I think the X-Cross Media Bar is dumb too. They just need to come up with a whole new thing, start fresh, because it kind of looks like Facebook. You just scroll down through all the posts. I got this trophy, I got that trophy, I uploaded a video, this, that, this, that, down. It doesn't really make sense, personally. I don't know very many people that are just gonna scroll down the dynamic menu, just scroll. I mean, it's alright. Now, I did watch the second E3 Xbox conference, and there wasn't very much cheering or yelling. It was mostly silent during the Xbox conference. During the PlayStation conference, it was very loud towards the end, saying that they weren't going to have online 24/7 and all these things. Everybody was screaming because they were so happy because Microsoft was just doing all these things. And I personally, I'm not biased toward Microsoft. They have some pretty great things too. But most of their things, it's really hard to pick out unless you're a fanboy. PlayStation, they have some dumb things too. I don't know why they're doing some of this dynamic menu and no external recording. I mean, there's not even an editing software. I couldn't do what I'm doing right now. Have all this music and footage and have a microphone. I couldn't do that on PlayStation 4. So why do they have to do that? I hope they change it. I mean, if they do, if they don't, I'm just gonna have to record it with an HD DVR on my television. I mean, no one wants that, but whatever. They just don't. I guess they just don't see. I don't know. They just don't. They don't think of things before they implement it into the game. So I just hope they fix it or something. I just hope they add that extra. I think it's HDMI out or whatever it is, AV out. I hope they do it because Microsoft already has, and that's great. I just don't even understand. Now, I guess we could talk about the good things of PlayStation because I haven't really pointed out the good things really. Some of the cool things that you can download games while the PlayStation is in a low power mode. You can play games while they're downloading. It's pretty cool too. You can have 2,000 friends on PlayStation 4. 2,000. Oh my god. I don't know how much you can have. I don't know how much you can have on Xbox One. I don't know, but geez, if they both have 2,000, wow, that's just amazing. Another thing I wanted to point out is the PlayStation Party Chat. Now, I think that PlayStation, you're being a real big copycat there. I'm probably not going to use Party Chat that much because I don't want to talk to people that are playing this game that I'm not even playing. Like, why? I don't want to hear them. I just want to play with the people that I'm playing the game with. And if I was playing, like, let's say Gamioso, and he didn't want to talk to anybody else except for me, I would put it in a party chat, so it'd just me and him talking, and no one else could come into our squad and start yelling at us because they're angry. I just personally, I have mixed reactions about it. I know Microsoft, I bet they're paying Sony royalties for the Blu-ray because I know it's patented and copyrighted, so they can't really, without Sony, they really wouldn't have Blu-ray. And this kid, his name is Budalicious6969. He has a YouTube channel. He's got about 10 subscribers. So I was watching him, and for some reason he thinks that with the PlayStation 3 you always have to replace the Blu-ray drive. So, okay, well, let me just get this straight, friend. I've had the regular PlayStation 3, 40 megabyte or whatever it is, 60, I can't remember, and I've had it since day one, and it still works after I got it refurbished. The power, I don't know, the things that powers the thing got broken, so I had to refurbish it. It was the same exact one. The same Blu-ray drive was in it, and it's still working just fine. Now, I know the lasers can break, but not the Blu-ray drive. What are you talking about? I know the lasers can break if they get dusty or something. You gotta get in there and dust them off. But you really gotta do some studying before you just start loudmouthing. I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but that's just fact, I guess. I guess some people just don't understand, but it's alright. People just learn after a while. Well, guys, I really hope you like this video, or you kind of agree with me. I didn't want to make anybody mad. Someone just wanted to know my opinion or my stance on the consoles. And yes, I did pre-order a PS4. Well, actually, I haven't, but I know I will. So, I just haven't pre-ordered it yet. I haven't had a chance. But I'll tell you what, I'm really excited for Grand Theft Auto 5. I know you guys probably are too. It's almost less than a month. And my birthday's tomorrow. I'm going to PopCap Games tomorrow. I'll record the outside of it. Can't record on the inside. I'll just do like a little recap, probably tomorrow evening, maybe even Wednesday morning. So guys, please don't hate on me, please. I'm just trying to give my honest opinion. And until next time, guys, see ya.